I'm Tommy Patrick.
I'm Keith Garrison.
And I'm Lieutenant Joe Billings. We're here at Station 83 for a tour. We're going to go inside the fire truck on the back side. The driver will explain his compartmentation a little bit later today. You'll follow us around here. This is where the firefighters ride in the back of the fire truck. We have a seat on each side here that they sit here and ride in the fire truck. And there's an air pack on each seat, so when they sit down they put their air packs, and we'll show you that here in a little while. Put the air packs on and they're ready to ride and go along on the call with us. In this compartment over here that we're opening up, these are our fire hose that we use to put out fires. Up top we have a pre-connected 2.5-inch hose. And down here we have 2 1 3/4 hoses pre-connected. And what I mean by pre-connected, they're already attached to the piping. So all we have to do is pull it out, the driver engages the pump, and we have water right there, just like a garden hose at your house. It's just a lot more water. Okay, so let's move on to the next compartment. And this compartment here gets probably used more than any of the compartments on the job. We call this here our medical compartment because we have a high percentage of medical calls that we make in this town. Therefore, this all the medical equipment we make: full arrest calls, advanced life support, anything from car wrecks to any kind of a medical that somebody calls us and needs our help. We can provide medical care along with the ambulance service that we have in our town. Okay, we got another compartment we're going to open up here. I wonder what the surprise may be. Here we go. Oh, look. Up here we have a charging station where we keep some of our battery supplies charged up for different tools and equipment used on here. We have a hotel pack that we carry over our shoulder. If we go up into a high-rise building, we already have a hose and we can connect it to their standpipe systems inside the buildings to fight fires. We have these great big flashlights that turn on. You can set them up at nighttime so you can shine in different places of yards around the house so you can see what you're doing. All right, here we go. This is the right side rear compartment. Over here we have a RIT bag, utility rope bags on here that we use in firefighting so we can haul equipment in and out of the house on the second level if we need to. We have the different sections of hose here to help us hook up to our fire hydrants. We have an automatic fan here that's battery operated, so we use that to help ventilate the houses from the smoke. Over here we have the tool, and I'll show you this tool. This is one of our rescue tools that we use on calls to cut people out of cars with, to take the doors off if you need to. It's a simple hit the button. This tool here serves as a cutter and a spreader, so we can immediately get a door popped open if need be. Also, we have a couple fire extinguishers. If we have a different kind of fire that we can, a small fire, we can use them to put a fire out with. Okay, we're on the rear of the fire department where we carry extra hose in case we need it. Over on the left-hand side, this is 600 feet of 2.5-inch hose. And over on this top part, we carry 1,000 feet of 5-inch hose. That's what we use to, what we call lay above ground hydrant. So we can hook a hose to a hydrant and carry that big water to us wherever we may be. If we're several hundred feet away from the house, we got a water supply, a big water supply coming to us. And over here to the bottom side, cover this up for a second. We have some other tools that we use. This here is a chainsaw that we use. It's got a special blade on here that allows us to cut through roofs on houses so we can ventilate a house. And over here is a standalone ground nozzle that we can set up and focus it on a point of the house, and nobody has to stay right there with that nozzle, and we can flow water out of it. This is a ladder system that we have on this truck, so we can access the top. And up top of the fire truck, we have also some compartments up here that we have ballistic vest that we carry with us. We have some life vest up here in the top. We have various tools and equipment that we have up here in case we need them. They're stored up top. So over in here we got a spine board. We have some shovels, some scoops, some brooms. We got the water packs that we're on our back for fighting grass fires. Over here we got our salvage container if we need to pick up debris from the house and carry it outside that's still hot, so we can dump it in the yard. We have over in this compartment, we have a whole bunch of cribbing over here. Okay, what we have here is a piece of cribbing that we use to stabilize vehicles, maybe an accident that it's on its side or it's on its top. We want to stabilize that vehicle before we start getting patients out of it so it doesn't slip over or roll over onto the sides and cause any more problems to the patients. So we have a whole box full of different sizes of cribbing that we use for that purpose. With some of the rescue tools in combination, that's what it's for. So now we're on the driver's side of the compartment. This is the left rear side. We talked about some of the cribbing that was up top. We carry a certain amount down here so we can grab it quickly to help stabilize vehicles so we can go to work to secure patients and get them out of the car safely. So we have that there. Down here we talked about the small electric tool. These are the bigger hydraulic tools that we have a variation. This is just a cutter. This is a spreader. And this one here is a spreader also. So we have a different combination, but the tools are a little bit more powerful than the battery operated type over there on that side. So you got your hydraulic engine that provides the hydraulic pressure to these, your hoses here, and some of your different chain accessories. Okay, we got another compartment right here. On both sides of the fire truck, I didn't show you the other side, but while we're here, let's show you what's inside here. We have spare air bottles on each side of the fire truck. There's 4 on this side and 4 air bottles on the other side, so we have 8 spares. So if we're on a fire and we run out of air on the bottle, we come outside, we have extra bottles on our fire truck. Now, above this compartment here, we have some more tools we're going to look at. Up here on this side, of course, you see we got a sledgehammer. Why would we need a sledgehammer? Well, there's some times that we have to bust through concrete objects or stuff like that in order to gain access to a person behind a wall or something, or an axe to chop it out. But behind here also, this is a swing out gate. It has other tools mounted on the back side of this that we may use on a fire call. Up here we have a electrical bag, different appliances on the back wall. Of course, we have to have water in case we get hot out there fighting a fire. We need to rehydrate ourselves. All right, this is probably one of the most important parts of the fire truck right here. This is where we operate our pump to get water to the fire. So, an easy explanation, you could say this right here is like a garden hose. You take this and open this up, it's just like your garden hose on at your house. You open that up, water's going to come out to the hose. So if I open this up and have a hose connected over here, then that turned that water on just like a garden hose. But we have different size hoses, so we select what we need to operate, and then we choose that and start fighting the fire with. But you can see the different gauges. This monitors the fire truck, how much water you're pumping. Different gauges watches the temperature of everything. This is where the driver stays during a fire. He has to make sure that he operates this pump properly because he's got people on that line inside that house. And over here are some of the extra appliances that we use for firefighting, different nozzles. And of course the driver has his air pack over here. And we use a foam system on this truck, so we carry foam also. And last but not least, compartment-wise, up top here, that's where we carry our ballistic vest. And then the firefighters can carry their gear and keep it secured inside this compartment over here. when they're not using their gear.
Let's get inside the fire truck and just see how it works. Driver, you turn it on. Crank it up. You got your lights that come on automatically. You got your siren. Come on and off. Got all kind of gadgets up here you can play with. Tells you how much water you have in it, how much foam we have in the fire truck. We got horns, electrical horns. To make everybody get out of the way and get to the scene safe and sound.